Hey, beautiful soul, welcome or welcome back to Radiant Life Tarot and Astrology YouTube channel. Here we update you on all the astrological energies that are happening right now in this season. And as you read on this title of this video, we're going to be diving into this full moon in Libra that is happening in a couple days. Yeah. So on Radiant Life, if you are new here, we are here to shine our brightest light. As souls and as divine beings, we are here incarnated on earth to love one another, to love well, to operate in love, and to shine our brightest light. So this full moon is beautiful because this full moon is in Libra, and Libra orchestrates divine connections. Yeah. Divine connection between you and another soul. Yeah. And so Libra is the diplomat, the sacred diplomat. So when we see full moon in Libra, it's a perfect time to release any karma that you may have with another connection or another soul, any animosity, any low frequency energies such as anger, bitterness, sadness. It's a good time to release because Libra is all about divine connections. And one thing I want to say here, if you guys see me looking down, is because I have my laptop. I'm in my little studio apartment that is dedicated to my work as an astrologer. Oh, I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Deidrae. I'm an astrologer. Sorry if you hear noise, it's because I live right next to a train track here in the Netherlands as well. So I just closed the window, so it should be fine from here on out now. Yeah, so I'm here in my studio apartment and I'm giving you this update because it's a beautiful and important one. Yeah. As I was introducing myself, I'm an astrologer, I'm a life coach. I am a certified relationship coach, certified astrologer, certified life coach as well, and a spiritualist. So welcome to Radiant Life. As I always say, welcome home, because home is where the heart is, and your heart and your love starts with you. Yeah. So Libra governs spiritual, deep, divine soul connections. That's the main essence of Libra in Radiant Life. Yeah. That's what we look at when we want to look at how is your relationship with other people. We look to see at your seventh house. Your seventh house is ruled by Libra as well. Yeah. So this full moon is affecting your relationship. This full moon is affecting your seventh house. And it's good to get a synopsis or take a picture of what your relationships looks like, because everyone around you is a mirror of you, a reflection of you. Yeah. So if you feel a type of way about somebody, that feeling lives within you, and you don't want anger, frustration, sadness, bitterness, resentment, regretfulness. You don't want those low frequency energies to be captured in your heart, because it's going to put a damper on how you love. Yeah, it's going to put a damper on how you love. We're supposed to love at our utmost best, and divine love is the most highest frequency of loving that there is. That's unconditional love times 10,000. It's divine love. Yeah. And I believe we can achieve it if we all harmonize together, and if we all heal together. I believe that we can achieve divine love here on earth. Yeah. So for this full moon in Libra, I would encourage you to take an analysis on audits. Yeah, on your relationship. What does your relationship with your parents look like growing up? What does it look like now? What is your relationship with your significant other? What is your relationship with your children? These are your immediate family. These are the things that's closest to you. And if you need a cleanse from your relationship, or if you need a detox from your relationship, take time out to reflect. Yeah. Divine love in relationships looks like reciprocity over sacrifice, not sacrificing yourself for someone else, but having everything reciprocated between two people. That's a healthy relationship. Divine love also looks like harmony over control. Instead of having control over somebody, you work in harmony and in balance with them. That is what divine love in Libra looks like. Yeah. Truth over illusion as well. Speaking your truth is being your authentic self and accepting yourself and others in their truth and in their authenticity. It doesn't matter how bad somebody brings on bad news to you, you accept it as truth. Yeah. That they're expressing their truth, you know. Um, that's divine love. That is accepting persons exactly for who they are, not for a facade, not for an illusion, not for people pleasing, but accepting the truth and authenticity of people. Yeah. And then you have compassion with boundaries. That's divine love. Divine love in Libra looks like compassion with boundaries. Having compassion for yourself, having compassion for other people around you, but putting up your protective boundaries. You know, if someone is vibrating on a low frequency, you just put up a boundary. You're not going to spend time in their energy. You're not going to spend time in their presence, because they actually would be draining you and bringing your frequency down to their level, rather than you excelling and spreading your love. Yeah. Because they would definitely be vampiric, have that vampire energy. If they are low frequency and you are high frequency, they will be sucking and pulling out your light and your high frequency from you, because they're vibrating so low. Yeah. Unless your light is very big, very bright, and very shiny, and you have your boundaries up. Yeah. Boundaries are very, very important, especially for a light worker, especially if you're an empath, and especially if you are healing. Yeah. Especially if you're healing. The full moon in Libra teaches us that love is not about losing yourself, but it's about keeping your peace. But it's about celebrating your peace, because you are peace itself, because you are grounded, because you know who you are. It's about you keeping the peace. Because Libra is also the diplomat. Yeah. Whenever there's a conflict or a resolution that needs to be resolved within two people, Libra is the one that comes in, see both sides of the story, and harmonizes and balance it out between the two. And that's what you want to do in your relationships, whether it's through compassion, through truth, through reciprocity, and through harmony. Yeah, those are the four key things that Libra in the full moon in Libra is bringing this term around in this lunation. Because whether you believe it or not, everyone that you come into contact with in a relationship, it's a contract that you made in heaven or spirit world, wherever you want to call it, before birth and after death. That space in between time and space, you made a contract with every person that you come into contact with, of how they're going to treat you, of how it's going to be reciprocated, and what lesson that you're supposed to learn. So it's important that for you to learn the lesson that you need to learn from whichever relationship that there is. Yeah. Because that lesson is deeper than what you can consciously imagine or what you can think about. That lesson, because not the lesson, but the person is mirroring your soul. Yeah. They are a mirror to your soul. And sometimes the soul is so big and so complex and so beautiful and so rambunctious that there are crevices within your heart space, within your soul. There are crevices that you yourself, you're not able to reach on a conscious level. So God and through the Creator orchestrated it so people can reflect you in different scenarios, in different situations, so you can see yourself outside of yourself. Yeah. So don't be mad at your husband if he's doing something or he said something or he feels a type of way. It's a reflection of you. Somewhere within you, that behavior is being mirrored. Yeah. And that's what it's bringing to your attention. So this full moon is in Libra is illuminating a lot of your mirror and your unhealed aspects of yourself in other people, in the relationships that you have. So honor it. Honor what comes up, take it as a lesson, take it as a point of awareness that you can grow and you can expand and you can heal from. Because every relationship is soul aligned, divinely orchestrated, and purposeful. Even the ones that may seem like they're the worst relationship ever, even the perpetrator relationship, even the abuse relationship, even the narcissistic relationship, there is a purpose to it. Yeah. And I just need to plug in a plug here. I am a relationship expert. So if you are having any difficulties with a relationship, whether it's your marriage or your parents or with your children, click on the link in the description box. I do have openings for this month, depending on when you're watching this video. But this video is made in March. And so I do have openings for this month and April coming. So feel free to book a session with me and let's get into the nitty gritty. And what the gift that I have, I am able to identify what needs healing in that relationship for you. Yeah. The other person does not need to be in the meeting or in the session. You can relay. All I need is you and your perspective. You can relay the behavior pattern to me. You can relay the feeling, how it makes you feel, and we can heal together from that. Because every relationship is a lesson for you to love. Yeah. Ultimately, it's a lesson for you to love yourself and love that other person. Because when you love yourself, that little aspect of you, that nick and cranny that you're not able to get to yourself, when you love that aspect of you, you're going to eventually love that person as well, because they are a mirror of your soul. Yeah. So you see how beautiful the universe works. You see how the creator orchestrates everything miraculously. So book a session with me if you want to get to the bottom of a relationship that you need healing with. And I got you. I got you. One of the things that the full moon in Libra is highlighting is, where do I need balance in my relationship? Where do I need harmony in my relationships? Where do I need compassion in my relationships? So those are some of the questions you can ask yourself in terms of the relationships around you and the dynamic that they play within your life. Sometimes, and I see this a lot, sometimes we abandon ourselves. We are besides ourselves in order to keep the peace, in order to keep the harmony, in order to keep the balance. But that's not necessarily the case. That's not what Creator orchestrated, or that's not what He would like to see on a divine level. On a divine level, everyone is themselves. Everyone is authentically themselves, and everyone is authentically accepted for being themselves. That's the highest frequency that there is. Now, I know that sounds crazy, because what do you mean if everyone can be themselves and they can love themselves? So if a loud, rambunctious person come into the room, we're all just going to love them? Hell yes. That is definitely possible, but that's on a high frequency. That's when you're healed, or everyone is healed already. So I urge you to reach out to me to let's heal your relationships, because my heart's desire is for us to be able to shine our brightest light on earth, eliminate all darkness, and vibrate on the highest frequency of divine love. So before I close out this video, I want to share with you some rituals and some affirmations that you can do for this full moon in Libra that will be able to help you to heal, help you to release, help you to forgive, help you to bring in compassion for yourself and for that other person within that relationship dynamic. Yeah. So the first thing you can do is you can write letters. You probably heard this because it's very popular now. People writing letters, but not sending them. Pause for a minute. You don't have to send the letters, but express yourself, everything in that letter. Whether it's to an abuser, when you were a child, or whether it's to your parents, something that you would wanted to tell them and express to them, but you are not able to, put everything in that letter. Remember, you're not sending it to them. You're just expressing your soul's desire and your soul's voice. You're giving a voice to this pain, this hurt, this suffering, this low frequency, this anger, this frustration, this bitterness, this resentment. You're giving up space for it. And that's all it wants. It wants you to acknowledge that it's there. That's all it wants, you know? So write that letter, write everything down, and you have options. You can either store that letter, or what I like to do is burn it. Burn that letter, find a safe space, light a candle, and burn that letter, and set the intention that you are recognizing this feeling and you are releasing it. Because the full moon is perfect for releasing emotions that does not serve your good. Yeah. So that is the biggest rituals around full moon that you can do. And now I have some affirmations that you can say now that you've done that. There's some affirmations that you can say in regards to this full moon. This full moon is talking about harmony, it's talking about balance, it's talking about compassion, and it's talking about relations. So all your affirmations, when you write them down, if you want to make them up yourself, you can always say, I relate, blah, 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 blah. I relate to blah, blah, blah. I relate to this. I relate to that. Yeah. Or you can say, I balance. I balance this. I balance that. I balance this relationship. I balance that relationship. Or I balance this in that relationship. I balance this in that relationship. So here's a few that I can share with you. I relate from a place of truth and wholeness. I balance giving and receiving with ease. I attract reciprocal, soul aligned connections. I honor myself with every relationship. Yeah. So those are some affirmations that you can use in your full moon lunation rituals. Yeah. If you're journaling, I do have some journal prompts for you as well that you can use. And here are some of the questions that you can ask yourself. Where am I out of balance in my relationships? What does reciprocal love look like and feel like to me? Where am I being called to choose myself more fully? What am I ready to release to make space for aligned love? And the last one, what is my soul teaching me through my current connections, through my current soulful connections? Yeah. So that's the end of this. We've come to the end of this video. I hope my tips and tricks will help you this lunation, this full moon in Libra, and future full moons in Libra. But if you are here on this channel, please subscribe. Please stick around to Raedeiant Life, because we're gonna have my lighting is coming away. I'm not sorry, I had to put on some lights there, but it didn't do much of a difference because the sun is setting and so the sun is coming this way. Um, so as I was saying, just stick around, subscribe to the channel, because we are going to have more videos for every full moon and every new moon. Actually, we have a group that we manifest together and we heal together. So if you're interested in that, join my school community. It's a brand new community. So you are welcome to join part of our community. Every 2 weeks, we meet on Zoom, and we have conversations in terms of the lunation and what we can do in our rituals. And we write in our journals together. We speak affirmations with one another together. And so it's always a beautiful time. Yeah. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching the video to the end. I appreciate you, and see you in my next video. Bye. Love you.